Hey everybody, this is Coach Johnson with Shutdown Defense. And before we get into our video today, I want to take a little bit of time out real quick to tell you that we've partnered up with High and Tight Football. I know this is a defensive channel, guys, and we're about creating turnovers. But if you're having troubles turning the ball over on offense, then High and Tight is the product to help you guys. Okay. We all talk about carrying the ball high and tight, but how do we really know that's happening? All right. The high and tight football is your answer. It works with sensors in the ball that detect pressure points and gives auditory feedback in the ball if carried properly. Now, you know for sure that in practice, your guys are carrying the ball high and tight. If you decide to check out High and Tight Footballs, make sure to use the code SHUTDOWND in your checkout, and you're going to receive 10% off your order, guys. Okay, so I'm going to link that below. That's High and Tight Football. Make sure to use SHUTDOWND in the checkout, and you'll receive 10% off the order. All right, now we're going to get into today's video, guys. Today's video is part 15 in our 3-3 two high safety defense. Uh, However, this is our three safety, what we call bomber package. All right. And within our bomber package, okay, we are using our in front, which is something that we've discussed in prior videos. I'll make sure to attach a link above. Okay, so we're going to use our in front, which means that our defensive ends are in four eyes, and our lion and our ram backer are stacked outside. Okay, if you followed any of the other videos, you'll know that normally we set our buck to the wide side or strong side of the field. Now, our buck, in other people's terminology, especially uh, three high safety looks, they call this guy normally an adjuster. All right. And basically, what that's doing is it helps you adjust to any formation that they might try and give you. All right. So, the basics of our bomber package is, as you can see here, our corner, our safety, our buck, our falcon, and our corner are all lined up at the same depth. Okay. Anybody familiar with R4 passing systems? They talk about capped and uncapped space and what they call the hard deck. Okay. And a lot of times, what they're trying to see is, are you sitting above or below that hard deck on where they want to attack you offensively in the passing game? What I think this structure does for you, if you're facing a team that is very high volume of pass team, especially, okay, is this has makes it tough for the quarterback to get an initial read on what coverage you may be facing. All right, because there are so many different things that you can do out of this look. But today, primarily, we're just going to be talking about the basics, okay, and our basic teaching points of that. Normally, they set that hard deck normally 7-8 yards. I know a lot of coaches talk about where the referee stands. The back judge there is normally 7 to 8 yards. So they kind of use that as um, a point of reference to that capped uncapped spacing. All right, and I know I'll probably get killed by some true R4 gurus in this video, but this is what we're looking at, okay, and why we set our depth basically all straight across at 7 yards. That doesn't mean that we won't still, bump up our corners or do some other things like that. But again, this is just a basic intro to our three high safety bomber package. All right. And the way this works is what we tell our guys, and again, if we're um, pull up my play tool here real quick. If we're talking whether it's let's, just straight zone. Okay. And the quarterback, again, is obviously normally reading this defensive end or even this stack linebacker, especially in the RPO game. All right. Um, this Lion and this Ram are what we would call hold and fold players. Okay. So our Lion and Ram are hold and fold players. And what we mean by that is I try to make it simple as if you see his face, okay, if you see his face, you're coming, okay? If you see his back, you attack. All right? So again, if you see, I'm sorry. Sorry. If you see his face, stay in place. All right? See his face, stay in place. See his back, I attack. All right? And the reason we're able to do this again is because this buck is basically playing in that adjuster type role. All right. So what you're starting to see a lot with this in front is they will take this defensive end, or I'm sorry, this tackle, and bypass this defensive end and go up to try and block and again turn it into quarterback run game. All right. If we get a down block here, we squeeze, and now all of a sudden you're reading this inside technique where our buck is then going to replace. Okay, so normally, again, it's our end and our stack. They're reading and reacting off of the block of this Steve. Off, I'm sorry. Ooh, tongue tied today, folks. It's been a long weekend. So start over. Our left tackle here, our right tackle in this picture here, okay, he is going to go up and get up on the linebacker, which leaves this defensive end that the quarterback's reading. All right, it's at this point when this defensive end squeezes down that our buck is then going to be that scrape exchange player. All right, so again, he opens this way, we're looking this way. Okay, we see down block, and that's where we're taking our reads from. All right. Um, the different things that you can do, all your blitz packages that I put together in previous videos, you can still run those. Any of the coverages that we've talked about in previous videos, you can still run those. You don't have to change your basic structure in order to get get into this package if you followed the other videos. Okay, so again, just a short intro. We'll discuss a little bit more in depth in the next video. So make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for that video. Have a great day. Remember to check out High and Tight. It'll help solve all those turnover problems. Have a great day, guys.